Top 10 Best LeBron James Shots. LeBron James is indeed the king of the court, the basketball court. Unless you're born yesterday, it would be quite impossible for you not to hear his name once or twice in your lifetime. LeBron James is undeniably the best basketball player of his generation. In the past few seasons, he delivered some of the most memorable playoff buzzer beaters, and you are about to watch his excellent performance. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Top 10 channel. Today, we are counting down our top picks for the top 10 best LeBron James shots. For this list, we are going to look at LeBron James shots according to clutchpoint.com. We will look at the top 10 shots that stand out as King LeBron's graces the hardwood. But before we proceed on our list, do not forget to hit the red subscribe button and ring the notification bell to get updates of our new uploads every week. Alright, if you're already ready to see his amazing performances, just sit back, relax, and check out our list. At number 10, Sinking the Wizards. During the first round of the 2006 playoffs, LeBron actually had a pair of game-winning shots against the Washington Wizards. The Cavs were able to go on to Game 6, but if not for James' heroics, they might not have advanced the first round. At number 9, James outduels Paul George. Most basketball enthusiasts, if not all, would agree that Miami Heat was undeniably one of the best teams in NBA history, especially in the 2012-2013 season. With LeBron producing arguably the best season of his career, the team rattled off a 27-game win streak. The Eastern Conference playoffs were supposed to be a formality for James and the Heat. The team won against Milwaukee Bucks in the first, the Chicago Bulls in the conference semifinals before beating the Indiana Pacers. From the start, Indiana made it clear that Miami would not easily beat them down. The Pacers throughout the game played a physical, defensive breed of basketball and allowed Paul George was noticed as one of the better wing players in the league. George hit a miraculous three-pointer that led to overtime, and the Pacers were leading the game in the closing seconds when George curiously fouled on a three-point attempt. However, James was determined not to allow his team to lose Game 1 on their home floor. Albeit the seconds left, James just needed 2 seconds to receive inbound and get to the rim for a game-winning layup. At number 8, LeBronto. On his second stint in Cleveland, James owned the Raptors. He even denied DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry the opportunity to compete against him for an NBA title. But during the 2018 conference semifinals, the Raptors seemed to have a fighting chance against the Cavs. The Pacers had pushed Cleveland to 7 games, and throughout the year, the Cavs has been intoxicated in constant drama. However, that didn't stop LeBron to continue his reign of terror over the Raptors. The Cavs won against Toronto, with James elegantly beating the buzzer with a spectacular coast-to-coast floater in Game 3. Entering the series, Cleveland might have looked the part of a wounded competitor, but LeBron proved to the world that he was still the best player after he was done toasting the Raptors. At number 7, vanquishing the Celtics. The Boston Celtics had been LeBron's mightiest competitors at the end of the 2000s. In their matchup in 2018, James struggled hard. In 2010, he was defeated again by the same team and prompted him to take his talents to Miami. In the 2011 conference semifinals, the Heat overwhelmed the Celtics as LeBron, who was playing for the Heat at the time, swore to get his revenge over to Boston. In Game 5, LeBron personally drove his team's score past the Celtics. Both of the team's scores were tied at 87, then James hit a 3 to give the Heat the lead. But it's his triple-A dagger over Paul Pierce that made even the entire basketball community feel James was conquering old demons. You can see that look of sheer determination on LeBron's face. Although LeBron and the Heat did not end well in 2011, he and his team getting past his nemesis, the Celtics, was still big for his legacy. His performance on that game set the stage for another epic performance against Celtics the following year. At number 6, playing the role of a matador. After LeBron and his team, Miami Heat, defeated Boston Celtics, they now took on a young and hungry Chicago Bulls squad, which proved to be tough opponents. The Bulls took Game 1 in the Windy City, but the Heat won the next 3 games. But despite such results, the Bulls played Miami extremely tough. For nearly the entire game of Game 5 between Miami and Chicago, it was the latter that led the game. Well, that was the scenario until Dwayne Wade and LeBron took over the game. Both helped the Heat erase a 12-point deficit in the last 3 minutes of the game, with James making the go-ahead dagger that sent the Bulls packing. In each of the last 2 moments of the series, the Heat had already established control. LeBron's arrogance in refusing to let his team lose even an inch means the most in terms of his legacy. At number 5, beating the Pacers again. As mentioned earlier, the Indiana Pacers pushed the Cavaliers in 2018 to 7 games. In Game 5, the Cavs were engaged in a dogfight with the Pacers. Indiana had a ball with a chance to take the lead in the closing seconds. However, James blocked Victor Oladipo at the rim. With 3 seconds remaining on the clock, the Cavs called timeout. When the game proceeded, LeBron, in an epic fashion, capped off the sequence of taking the inbound and dribbling to his left before pulling up a game-winning 3. The shot that James did was immensely significant, as the Pacers ended up beating up the Cavs in Game 6. But Cleveland wrapped things up in Game 7. If Cleveland had lost this game, there was a real chance that James and the Cavs would not have made it out on the first round. But this shot has the Cavs a crucial advantage, as it would make a run for a 4th straight NBA Finals appearance. At number 4, a magic trick. During LeBron's first stint with the Cavs in the 2008-2009 NBA season, he had the best shot at getting a title because the Cavs won 66 games, hence, he was rewarded his first MVP award. This was the year James was really challenging Bryant for the title of Best Player in the league. Since Orlando Magic defeated the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals, the LeBron-Kobe Finals matchup was thwarted. But James, as usual, delivered one of his memorable buzzer beaters in Game 2 that helped the Cavs avoid a 0-2 deficit. In this series, the Cavs did lots, but the shot that LeBron did was still and is still the most famous in playoff history. At number 3, Matador Part 2. In 2011, Miami Heat and James had control over their series against the Chicago Bulls. The Cavs and LeBron found themselves in a 1-2 hole in Game 3 following a miraculous buzzer beater by Derrick Rose, a Bulls guard. The Cavs almost lost their grip on the entire series in Game 4. Entering the 4th quarter, the Cavs trailed by 7 points in favor of the Bulls. It also looked like the Bulls would establish domination in the contest. Undeterred, the Bulls fought back to tie the game, which was possible because James committed an offensive foul that led to a game-tying layup by Rose. But the Cavs had the last shot, and of course, James nailed a buzzer beater right in front of Chicago Bulls bench. At number 2, giving the Heat life. Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals is perhaps the greatest shot in league history because of Ray Allen's game-tying shot. Allen was of course a member of the Heat team. However, people never forget that if it weren't for LeBron, that Allen's moment wouldn't have been possible. In a game between San Antonio Spurs and the Heat, and with the Spurs leading by 5 points against the Heat, with 30 seconds remaining on the game, James fired up a 3-0 of an inbound plant. His first attempt clanked off the rim, but Mike Miller grabbed the offensive rebound and fed LeBron for a second try. Of course, King James did not hesitate. Although Allen's shot is more memorable, this shot from LeBron just to make sure to keep Miami in the game and the series is worth this spot. At number 1, erasing the nut clutch narrative. The Miami Heat won Game 6 in a very stunning fashion, but they still need to finish the job in Game 7. James helped Miami reach the summit by scoring 37 points and hitting a massive clutch jumper to put the Heat up 4 with under 30 seconds to go. James, just like always, was not willing to wait out a moment, so he seized it. This is not the most dramatic shot in LeBron's career, but this removed the idea that he was not clutch and in many ways drove him in another category in terms of all-time greats. Do you agree on our list? Do you know any of LeBron's best shots that should have made our list? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Alright, that is it for today. If you like our video today, please hit like and share this with your friends. Do not also forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell to get updates of newly uploaded informative videos from our channel. What top 10s would you like to see next? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.